Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ballerz POV show. We are here today with John Koc. John, if you could just start out telling us a little bit about yourself and we'll get into some questions for you.
Great, no problem. All right, so I'm John Koc, born and raised here in Arizona, grew up in Scottsdale, and went to Horizon High School, Arizona State University, then went to chiropractic school out in Dallas, and then I've been practicing here in the Valley ever since.
Nice, very good. And I understand you recently opened up a nutrition club along with your chiropractic practice. Can you tell us a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, so I opened up K&B Nutrition.
Okay.
I've been doing the chiropractic thing, again, since I graduated chiropractic school, and for years, actually while I was in chiropractic school, I worked in a 24-hour fitness back then, and we had a guy come in and open up a nutrition club in the club while I was in chiropractic school, and seemed like a great side job between school and everything else, and I started working there, and I loved making the smoothies. Then when I grew up, had a family, kids and I started making smoothies together and just enjoyed making those smoothies so much that I said, if I ever open up a place someday, I'm going to call it K&B Nutrition. So my girls' nicknames are Kiki and Bean. So that's how that came about just recently. I got some great friends here in the Valley. They have a shop, and they have just kind of paved the path in building a great community and helping people really transform their health and bodies, and I thought that'd be a great thing to add to the chiropractic. So
nice.
That's how the K&B came about.
Very good. And so that is here in Scottsdale.
It is.
And it is at Frank Lloyd Wright, 116th Street, right next to the mountainside.
Exactly.
Just so everyone knows where to go so they can get some awesome smoothies, and very healthy too. So that's the most important thing. So let's go ahead and get into some questions. On a scale of 1 to 10, how competitive would you say that you are?
9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why 9?
Well, 10's really extreme, but I'm right below it. I mean,
Okay.
I've just always been a competitive person. I go hike Camelback Mountain, and if there's a person in front of me, they don't know it, but I have to pass them.
Right.
And if someone passes me, well, then I got to pass someone else. It's just no reason for it, just internal competitiveness.
Gotcha. Okay, good. What would you say is your biggest failure, and then what did you learn from that experience?
So the main thing was, again, I love being a chiropractor. I started working with a group out of school, and just to kind of hone the skills and learn some things, but really I just felt like working for someone really wasn't my thing, so I was just like, I'm going to do my own. And then you learn the real challenges of business. So that didn't go fantastic. I found a space. It was a great shell, built it how I wanted it. Had a lot more space than I needed, and just after the first year, I spent 2 years trying to figure out how to get out of that lease. So that was a learning curve for sure. But I think in the end, I just learned that, again, I just really prefer to kind of do my own thing, and you step back a little bit, configure, calibrate, kind of figure out what you need to do and how to get there, and you go again. And it's the old, if you fail forward, you'll just keep getting to the point where you might learn some of your best lessons from failure as opposed to just success. So,
definitely, absolutely. Yeah. What's the best compliment you think you've ever received from someone?
On the funny side, I had a patient years ago who brought her little tiny dog in, and basically asked if I can help her dog walk again, and I was kind of like, well, I haven't done that before, but sure, let's see what we can do. And I'll tell you, I really had no anticipation of success, and she came back in the next time, and her dog was like running around. I was
wow, that's crazy.
So that was the coolest thing. So, and along with that, just again, patients over the years that have been like, I've gone everywhere, I've tried everything, but I saw your reviews online, so I'll give you a try.
Sure.
Pretty pessimistic, not thinking I can do much, and it's just awesome when they're like, oh my gosh, nobody was able to get me feeling better like that before. So that's definitely one of my biggest compliments.
For sure, yeah. What is the #1 item on your bucket list that you have yet to check off?
I've always wanted to do scuba diving.
Okay.
No rhyme or reason why I haven't. I just think that would be so cool to do, and it's still on the list to get certified and go do a dive. I was in Cancun, can't keep track. These years fly by. 4 or 5 years ago, and went and saw some cenotes, and I was like, and when we were in there with doing snorkeling, we saw the scuba divers down below, and I was like, okay, they're probably seeing a lot cooler things than we are, and I just think that would be a cool thing to do.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Any particular destination that you would have to do right away once you got certified and everything?
Well, again, I hear cave dives are the scariest of scuba diving, but that, to me, I would love to go back to Cancun and actually go through one of those cenotes. So, yeah.
Wow, very cool. All right, so let's say you had 30 minutes around a campfire with 4 random people just to sit around and chit-chat. Does it have to be, anyone famous or even people that are still alive? Just the 4 first people you could think of that you would just like to have a 30-minute conversation with. Who comes to mind?
It's probably a common answer, but clearly Elon Musk. I mean, the guy has revolutionized and changed our world, really in and of itself with all the things that he's doing. Jason Statham, just the coolness factor. I just think that guy is a cool guy. I've read some articles on him, his acting. I like a lot of his movies. His Transporter movies are some of my favorites.
Sure.
Who else comes to mind? Johnny Depp.
Okay.
As I like to refer to him as Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yes.
I have loved his movies since I saw the first Pirates of the Caribbean, and again, he's had a lot of great movies, but those are my favorite series, and I know he's in the spotlight right now, but before he was in that limelight, I just really always liked his characters and his acting, and so love to just hang out and chat with him. And then last would be an author by the name of Robin Sharma.
Okay.
He wrote a book called The Saint, the Surfer, and the CEO, and it is just one of my favorite reads. He's got a whole series of books, and he's just a great author, motivational speaker. He's just, guy fascinates me, so I could sit and listen to kind of what his good things that he puts in your mind all day long. So, yeah.
Nice. A good, interesting combination of people there. It probably would be a great conversation.
Quite a group, yeah.
I can imagine. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Litter. I really don't like people that litter.
No, that's a good one.
There's just no reason to drop something on the ground, Throw it in a trash can, keep it in your car until you get to a trash. Yeah, just don't throw stuff on the ground. It drives me nuts. I try to pick it up, myself when I see it. I did it this morning, but even in today's world, you're not supposed to touch things, germs, whatever. Pick it up.
Well, you're also not supposed to, harm the planet with litter. So.
Well, that's true too. So.
No, it's a good one. I definitely agree with that for sure. If you won $10 million tomorrow, what do you think you might spend that on? Obviously, that's a pretty broad question. There's a lot of things you could do with $10 million, but.
Off the top, it'd be make sure to clear business debt, but thank God it's not that much.
Sure.
Ideally, put in investments, turn the $10 million into $100 million. That'd be a much better plan. If it was something fun, I'd probably go buy a really nice car. Lamborghini's always been the favorite. Might be a little too flashy for me. Might size that to like an Aston Martin, but that'd be and some travel, world travel.
Absolutely.
I just want to see more places. So.
Definitely. Awesome. Okay. What do you think the world is going to look like 5 years from now? So 2027. What are we looking at?
Overpopulated, clustered.
Yeah.
I think a trend that I think I see coming is, again, more high-rise type living. Instead of single living homes, it just seems like people are just going to live in these buildings and plazas where they don't have to go anywhere. They just go downstairs to their coffee shop, and all their stores and boutiques are right there. And
we're seeing it everywhere here now.
Yeah, so
you mentioned that it's really booming.
I see it kind of going that way. It's not how I like it. I like the space.
Yeah.
The house we're in. The houses aren't cookie cutter on top of each other. They're a little spaced out. So see that change coming.
So it's kind of easy to think 5 years down the line. What about 50?
50. Again, I can learn more about that with Elon Musk around the campfire. But I think again, people are going to start trying to find other places to live outside of Earth, up in space stations, and maybe they'll find another planet we could live on. I mean, who knows? I mean, George Jetson coming to us, in 50 years, we're going to be traveling around in space flying cars, and who knows? But that would be where I think it's going.
Okay, all right. What motivates you?
Success, you know, still in search for, you know, the business realm of success. I mean, I would say I've definitely had success with, you know, having a great family, being healthy, having incredible kids and friends. And so, you know, just trying to, you know, learn from others that have been successful, whether it's been in business, starting their own business, climbing the ranks in a business they've been in. But yeah, just authors that write about success. So yeah, just trying to be motivated by the people that have done it and figuring out how do I get to it. So
Right.
yeah,
Definitely. What's the biggest challenge you're facing right now, like with your business? Maybe, I mean, in particular, I mean, the newer business for you obviously is the nutrition shop. So, or you can, I mean, even if it is something related to chiropractic too, but I know just, you know, with that business being so brand new, like what would you say is the biggest challenge with that?
you know, the same challenges kind of go together with both. It's you know, a start over, trying to let people know where you're at, who you are, what you do. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things, like, how do you get to the masses? I'm a one-to-one personal type person. I'll sit down with anyone, get on the phone with someone, but how to just blast something out to the masses so they can really understand who you are, what you do, what you offer. Definitely been a challenge for many years, so hoping to break through that this time around.
Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. Who has been your most important coach or mentor, whether it be professionally or personally?
You know, over the years, definitely worked with a lot of business coaches. The chiropractor I grew up with, again, I became one solely because of him. He's done very well. He's still practicing here in the Valley, has made a nice lifestyle for himself. Again, always just trying to find someone to help keep me going in the right direction, and wouldn't mind at this point finding another successful business coach to help guide me in this new venture. So I'm actually looking to find a good mentor. Anyone out there?
Yeah.
Reach out to me, let me know.
There you go, right? What's one lesson that your job has taught you that you think that everyone should, you know, take away at some point in their life?
You know, again, one, you got to take care of yourself. You got to be healthy. You got to walk your talk. You know, whether it's the nutrition you're putting in your body or taking care of things that are causing you aches and ailments, joint alignment, muscle tension. Yeah, walk your talk, take care of yourself, so that way you can help take care of others. You know, I can't recommend or sell or encourage something that I wouldn't do for myself or my family. So really the number one thing is make sure you're walking your talk would be the big thing for sure.
Absolutely. What's one thing about your job or your field of expertise that you find that people don't really see eye to eye with you about?
You know, sometimes, again, people want the quick fix. You know, everything in society tells you, drink this, take that, you just need to take this magic pill, you need to take this medication, and you'll be fine, you'll live forever and be strong, healthy, and life is great and easy. And really, you know, it takes work. You can't just do something one time or for a week. It's a lifelong commitment. So.
Definitely.
Yeah, that would be it.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. Great answer. So what time of day would you say you get your best work done?
Morning.
Okay.
I would love to be in the 5 a.m. club again. Robin Sharma actually writes a book called The 5 a.m.
really?
Club.
Okay.
I go through phases on the 5 a.m., especially during the winter months. The darker it is, the less I feel there's really need to be up. The sun's not up yet. That's I got to really force myself to get up at that time. So ideally the 6 to 7 window in the morning is again, I get to think about my day. I get to go to the gym. It's the one time a day there's just no interruptions and kind of focus on me and what I need to do.
Definitely. So let's just wrap up here with a few fill in the blanks. If you had the ability to fire anyone in any position, who would that be?
That is definitely not my first nature. I'm one of those that if it really came down to having to fire someone, I would hope they'd just be like, I think I'm just going to quit. Okay,
Same.
that works out great.
That was my answer too, actually.
I would say not just, the current president of the United States, if we have someone running our country that just is doing a horrible job, not singling anyone out, then I think we should, as a society, be able to be like, you know what, we're good with this guy, which again, we are able, but how often do we really go through that process? We just hope for the best until we bring in another one. And president.
Okay. I have absolutely no desire to...
I don't have any desire to work for someone else.
Okay.
I like, again, the way I do things. I feel like I do things the right way, and I can't work anywhere where I have to do something maybe a way I wouldn't agree with, but that's what's required. So
right.
Yeah, I really like to work. I have no desire to work for someone else.
Definitely perks of being your own boss, for sure.
Everything has its ups and downs, for sure.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
but
All right, and lastly, I would pay $1 million to...
I would pay $1 million to have, just the success that I think I've put a lot of time and effort in. So, again, whether it's having a $1 million mentor or coach in my life, or someone comes to me and like, hey, I have this great idea, I just need $1 million and we'll make it $100 million. Great, let's do it.
Nice. Very good. So one thing we do, we have been asking some of the people on this show is if you've used the Ballerz products, and if so, what are your thoughts on them?
Best product ever.
Nice.
Ballerz is like high quality. The comfort in wearing them is just comparable to no other. Like, great material, great fit. Just an awesome brand and an awesome name. I just think they nailed it.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I love their product.
Awesome. So tell everyone that's watching where they could find your business on any social media platforms.
So, we're on Instagram, Club K&B Nutrition.
Okay.
We're on Facebook. That's also K&B Nutrition.
Okay.
Back to Life Chiropractic. We have a Facebook, Instagram page too. Actually, the Instagram page is in the works. So.
Okay. Great. Perfect.
Google.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, I understand that a lot of people have come into the shop recently have said they actually found you on Google, which is great to hear that that's actually working.
It is a wonderful thing. It's nice when you have people out there really getting you where people need to find you. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, everyone, don't forget to follow us as well, Ballerz on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Hit all those subscribe and notification buttons, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.